Good morning, everybody. We are back again. We are back with the show called a TBR Solution Sports Program. It's myself and last born, Tsepang Pole, and then we'll be together for the early part of the show or the first part of the show. So, Tsepang, welcome to the show and greet the viewers.
Yes, good morning to the viewers out there. And yeah, to you also, Mr. Shabalala. Thanks for having me. And I hope everyone enjoys this show.
We saw what was going on, what was trending in the social media. It was all about Lee Baxter, the public outrage, Njabulo Ngcobo, and so on and so on. Now, the question that I want us to tackle was it the public outrage towards Lee Baxter specifically? Was it warranted? Was it warranted, the public outrage? So we saw the incident, and then Arthur Zwane addressed the incident very well, as far as I'm concerned. And then, I just want to get your views on that matter. That's the matter to be discussed this morning. Was it warranted, the outrage that we saw leveled towards or directed towards Lee Baxter? Last one.
Yes, personally, I feel like for Coach Lee Baxter to actually confront Njabulo Ngcobo in that incident, I don't think there's anything wrong that he did. Okay, maybe he was supposed to read the room, um, see that the boy is not well, based on what happened, and he had a bad game, and maybe he just needed some time off to blow some steam. But I mean, the coach was just approaching the player, indicating that why aren't you shaking Coach Dylan Shepherd's hand, and Njabulo Ngcobo just just ticked off, and yeah, he just threw a tantrum, we could say, you know. So maybe that's why Coach Lee also retaliated the way he retaliated, but also on another hand, maybe um Njabulo Ngcobo wasn't supposed to act the way he acted, but uh okay, he's a player, he's human, we understand, but that doesn't justify his actions, based on what he did. Personally, yes, we all know that was disrespectful, and for him to carry himself like that and not as a professional, um, yeah, I never saw it coming. I never thought that he's that type of player. But yeah, that whole incident wasn't okay. Let me just say that for both parties, to be exact.
All right. Now let's start here. Njabulo has apologized publicly that he feel that he was disrespectful, and then so he sincerely apologized to Coach Arthur Zwane, Dylan Shepherd, and Lee Baxter. Now let me take it this way. I hear you are saying Lee Baxter was not supposed to do that, but let me start here. Kaizer Chiefs is a big brand. One, Kaizer Chiefs is supported by a multitude of supporters, is supported by a number of sponsors. And sponsors, they don't want their name to be put into disrepute. That game was watched by millions. No matter how angry you are, now I'm referring to Njabulo, he was not supposed to react the manner he reacted. All right. Now, if you want to protect the brand, you have to be on the right lane all the times. But I like what Coach Arthur said. Said, look, Njabulo is young. And I'm a former player myself. And then, I made a lot of mistakes. And I think Njabulo needs to be given an opportunity to reflect. And then he needs our support, meaning they as technical staff and the players, everybody at Kaizer Chiefs, and the fans to support him. All right. And then Arthur said, you cannot kill. That was the most appropriate answer and the most appropriate reaction to the situation. Now, let me come to Stuart Baxter. I fully understand where he comes from. His father has just been fired, and he came to Kaizer Chiefs through his father. Now I'm looking at circumstances prevailing prior to the incident. And Kaizer Chiefs are under pressure. That's me. This is my theory. I may be wrong, I may be right. All right. Now the circumstances, those are the circumstances prevailing. And Stuart Baxter left because the results were not forthcoming. And this is the second game that they were seeming to be losing. So you could understand very well why Lee Baxter probably responded that way. I think his message was saying, show respect to your fellow teammates, show respect to all of us, including the technical staff, because this team should be respected. Because if we don't deal with ill discipline, it will go down. All right? Everything will come, laissez-faire. Everybody will do as they please. All right? So my understanding, Lee Baxter reacted. It's a spontaneous reaction to people who are really, really under pressure. Now, I don't know where you get my point. The man who brought him in, whom is his father, has been fired, just been fired. All right? So you can imagine. So in my analysis, which may be wrong, Lee Baxter is also undergoing some psychological issues. If you look at all these factors that are happening. Now, they are losing. He wanted to rally Njabulo to show support to the current coaches, all right? Because if you look it from a distance, unconsciously, some people might say, Lee Baxter is behaving this way because his father is not there anymore. He doesn't support the current guys. I'm not saying that that's what went through his mind, but I'm saying everything was in the heat of the moment. Like what Ada said, it was in the heat of the moment. So it's normal. That is why he said, even if you look towards the end of the game, you could see that the boy was remorseful. That is why the boy came back and apologized, publicly, to say, I apologize, all right? To protect the teammates, to protect the brand, because the teammates are looking, if one of us do this, what will stop them in doing it going forward? And again, you need to understand where Njabulo comes from. Njabulo comes from an era or a period whereby he was not getting the game time during the tenure of the previous coach. Now, the new coach is giving him a new lead. And once a new coach is giving him a new lead, he then think that, you know what, I need to show up, all right? That I deserve to be in this position. Unfortunately, along the way, this mistake happened, which was cost to the team, all right? Now, I think in his mind, he wanted to, come back and rectify that mistake, all right? And then he was determined. But unfortunately, the coach had a different opinion. So that is why he was withdrawn. So it's a spontaneous reaction, even from Njabulo. That is why I say this response by Arthur Zwane was very appropriate and spot on, because it was really the heat of the moment. That is why the young man doesn't see any bad thing to apologize publicly. So that help the team to move forward. All right. And then I hear, as I see, some of the Kaizer Chiefs fans are now starting to try to crucify the coach. Guys, we need to be fair here. Arthur does not have time on his side. He doesn't have time to prepare the boys. It's game after game. And then sometimes they travel and so on. So you need to understand, he does not have time to be with the players. All right. And then who said 2 games? Disaster. Currently, they've just played 2 games under Arthur, and then the road is still long. So everybody needs support. At this point in time, during the time of crisis, cool-headed are required, and calmness is important, because when you are calm, you respond appropriately. That's my opinion as far as this is concerned. I'm saying this outburst was not warranted, all right? But at the same time, you cannot just condemn people because they, that is their freedom. They can express their views, especially in the advent of the new era of technology, whereby people can comment wherever he is, but everybody will be able to see that. So for me, I'm saying, you know what? It was not warranted. Let's give Kaizer Chiefs a chance, and then so that they can rebuild themselves. Kaizer Chiefs is a big team. Liverpool has not won trophies for many, many years. I don't know, 20 years or 30 years. It could be 20 years or so. And then when they start winning, look today, an oil machine, all right? And then not only that, at some point, Barcelona in Spain was playing a second fiddle to Real Madrid. But the past decade and a half, Barcelona has come to become one of the best teams in Spain. So it does happen, but look what they're undergoing now. They're not even sure whether what's going to happen, because we saw them beating Real Madrid very impressively, but now subsequent games, they lose those games. So people need to understand that's where Kaizer Chiefs is. So with that, we want to hear your views. Was the outburst, public outburst towards Lee Baxter justified or not? Last one, let's close. Bid the viewers farewell.
Yeah, just to close a bit, remember I did say that it will come a time whereby the supporters will be involved and will be coming in at the stadium, and maybe it will be the time where Njabulo Ngcobo gets introduced and starts getting game time. But um, will he still live up to his full potential and make his name or not? So this is the challenge that he's currently facing right now. Um, a former defender of the season last defender of the season last year, and now didn't get much of game time, but now he's starting to get game time. But now the pressure is on him because he needs to deliver. He plays for a big team, and the supporters are here now. So I think the pressure as well, maybe he still needs to adapt, but it's getting to him. So now this is where people will start even crucifying you that no, he's not a good defender. He doesn't play well. But we all know that the challenge that he was currently facing. So these are the things that happen in football. But I trust that he'll bounce back, and he had acknowledged his mistakes as well, you know. And yeah, I'm sure that everything will work out going forward.
We'll call upon everybody to support Njabulo. Not only support Njabulo, support the interim coaches. They need your support. So if you guys bash them, it's going to be tough. Last one, thank you very much. And then I thought we were going to bid them farewell. So I don't know whether you want to do it now. And then, yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Thank you very much to the viewers out there. Hope everyone enjoys the show, and looking forward to seeing you in part 2 of the show.
Thank you, last one. And then, yeah, well done. Hi, everybody. My name is the Sobre Boys Wanafatse from the Big R or TBR Solution. One of the companies owned by TBR Solution is the Big R Financial Services, an authorized financial service provider. I'm sure you have noticed that the past few months or so, we've seen a lot of deaths, and those deaths are attributed to mental illness. Mental illness can be caused by anything, can be caused by stress, depression, and stress and depression can be caused by a number of things: lack of finances, or financial problem, or social problem, or marital problem. So they cause all those problems. We in the financial sector, we see it almost now and again because we work with various organizations like GPF, Independent Fund Organization. But while I'm still there, let me stress, we don't have a formal relationship with GPF, but we work with them because most of our people are from there. Now, working with those people, you know very well that people who are working for the government, they're expected to retire at the age of 60 and above, right? If you retire earlier than that, then you are being penalized by GPF. And sometimes people say, no, I need money. So what do? They resign. They say, no, let the money go to my bank account. Once you do that, you are tax heavy. So you need to bear that in mind, okay? But now, let's say for argument's sake, you are 55 as we speak and above, and you are contemplating of either resigning or going on pension in the next 3 months or so. Just drop us a WhatsApp so that we help you to expedite for your payment. Because according to the GPF rules and pension fund law, once a client or a member receive an SMS that they've received your forms, that means they have 60 days to complete the process. And mind you, the 60 days is a maximum. It doesn't mean it has to take 60 days. It's a maximum. Now, sometimes we see people, they don't get their money for 2 to 3, 4, 5 months, 6 months, even more, or a year or so. And then there, the problem could emanate either from the GPF side, employer side, a member himself. So what do? We try to expedite that process by making sure that we understand the workings of GPF. If it's a member, we help him to do the right thing. The same with GPF, the same with employer organization. Now, remember, as I have already said, that with GPF, it's 60 and above. Now, and then we say if you're 55 or more, you can contact us. And another good element is this: with the fund that we are working with, there is a whole lot of flexibility. You can decide how much you earn. That's how flexible it is. And if, let's say, you pass on, you and your spouse, you can nominate anyone. You are not limited to your immediate family, like your biological children or an officially adopted children. Remember, even your children, they can benefit as long as they're 22 and below. But with us, it doesn't matter. They can be above 22, they can be your elders, or they will still benefit because you nominated them. And then we try by all means that when we take the money from GPF and invest with credible fund organization, we try by all means that you are least taxed, all right? And then, and even you are not punished because you are not taking the money, because you are taking to another fund. So which means an independent and credible fund. So it means that there's no need to tax you more. So those are some of the advantages that are there. So you need to bear that in mind. And then if you want to know more, just drop us a WhatsApp on our WhatsApp number. Then we'll call you back. You don't have to call us. We'll call you back and see how can we expedite it. I thank you.